Today, I'll be ranking the best offensive line abilities in Madden 23. Today, we're back here with another ability tier list. Today, we got offensive lineman abilities. Now, right before we do go ahead, get into the first ability, I do want to go ahead, shout out the comment of the day real quick. Let's get it started. First ability we got right here is Polar Elite. Polar Elite essentially is like you run on like your guards or a lineman that you pull often, and it should help them win more often. I don't think this ability is that effective. I think it's decent. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the C tier. Don't quite think it's like a meta changing ability. Don't think it really will help you run against like Dollar or anything, which is crazy that it's like the best run defense in the game right now. But yeah, I think it's decent. I think it's solid. C tier, good spot for it. Now we got recuperation for offensive linemen. This is absolutely useless. Should not run this. For offensive linemen, you should really want to get something that helps them run block better or pass block better. This just really not it. And also, if you want your players just like period to get better stamina, what you can do is like and say like you have a shotgun set, all you have to do is like move your formation around. Like say you're in the gun set, just hold like left stick or something down and like to the right, so it keeps going over formations and your players will recover from fatigue a little bit faster. And then we got screen protector. Screen protector, not the worst ability in the game. It's not awful. It has its uses. It's just, I don't think screens are the most effective play in the game. So it's not like I have a problem with the ability. It's the fact that like how you would use it, right? So screen protector, I'm going to go ahead and have in the D tier. I just don't think like you can get away with running a screen literally every single play. So I want something that to be like a top end ability in the game for me, I'm going to be able to use like basically every single play. Now we got secure protector. The description of this is like so like vague. The description says this will go ahead and basically make it to where pass rushers won't insta win, which is true. But secure protector is actually the counter to edge threat, double or nothing, basically every single pass rush ability in the game, but also counters inside stuff. So edge or secure protector, 3 AP in ultimate team, kind of a lot, but I think it's worth it. I don't think anyone in the game right now can get secure protector, but I think it is an S tier ability. Like if you're playing CFMs right now, I think having some secure protectors on the offensive line is so awesome, man. Like if you're playing edge threats in CFM, get you a couple secure protectors. You're not only going to be able to run on inside stuffs and like no outsiders, you're going to be able to pass on edge threats consistently and get consistent time in the pocket. Awesome ability. Love me some secure protector. Now we got threat detector. I think in like a CFM style type of thing, once again, I think it's an S tier ability, but in ultimate team, I think it's A tier. So I'm going to go ahead and base it off of ultimate team, but I just want to let y'all know, if you're playing franchise, threat detector on your offensive line is still really good. Would highly recommend it. It's just AP wise and ultimate team, the value is there, that's why it's A tier, but it is a little much. Like putting 3 AP just to see blitzers on 3rd and 4th down, you know. And like with the meta right now too, the meta is like dollar, nickel, normal, all these like man, all out, just send it, put the controller down, every single play type blitzes. You kind of already know that you're getting blitzed right now in this meta. Now we get into one of the first like interesting abilities, Tough Nut. Not only is it because it has a goated name, but Tough Nut, it increases your blocker resistance points. Now if you're unfamiliar what blocking resistance means, the built up resistance to that defender's pass rush. That might sound like really confusing. It's pretty much the offensive lineman versus D lineman, who's gonna win. Like if they have more blocking resistance, your O lineman should win. So blocking resistance is really important, really good thing to monitor. So I think Tough Nut, like I don't think it's F. I would rather run it than screen protector, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it C. And I do feel like sometimes in ultimate team, like there's times where I'm like, wow, I have 1 AP just chilling on offense, doing like a Tough Nut on a center, you know, or like a tackle. Not the worst thing in the world. It's going to lead to your offensive lineman playing a little bit better. It's not going to be game changing, but it's going to lead to a little bit of change. I think that and Polar Elite kind of on the same level. I like that. And then we got unspun right here. I think it's time we talk about hairproof and also lifeguard and Matador as well. So in years past, these abilities were all F tier for me. And it's the same thing if you watch my pass rush abilities like Spin Cycle, Ripper, or Spinner, all these things. What's interesting now is, like, years past, these were the counter to the user controlled defensive line abilities. Now that the user controlled defensive line abilities work when just the AI like plays with them, now also the counter to the user controlled D line abilities work first, just D lineman period. And I know I might not be making, in my head I'm making sense right now. I hope I made sense to y'all. But these actually work this year. I think things like unspun I'm going to put in B tier. I'm also going to put Matador in the B tier. These are pretty much like Matador is a good counter for like El Toro. Really good counter for El Toro. Unspun, good counter for like spin cycle. Now, what's interesting is Tearproof and Lifeguard. I'm not going to put them S tier, but they are insane value in Ultimate Team. In CFMs, you don't need to run these, but in Ultimate Team where you're trying to get like the most value per ability, Tearproof and Lifeguard, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the A tier. Now, why are these going A tier? These are actually pretty good counters to Edge Threat or Double or Nothing. I say pretty good because there's times where your tackle will still be laying flat on his ass and he'll get pancaked like how Edge Threat normally does, but it doesn't happen as often with these abilities. Now, if you read the description, like Lifeguard, increased resistance to spin/club pass rush moves, and Tearproof is increased resistance to rip pass rush moves. There's a little bit more going on than just that. Like, it's good against Edge Threat. And if you're looking for a value 1 AP, try to stop Edge Threat, give Lifeguard a chance. It's not going to be as good as abilities we'll cover later to countering Edge Threat, but it gives you better of a chance than just running your lineman with no abilities. Like, I recommend if you're a no money spend player, you're a budget baller, have some cheaper offensive linemen, I think running these two abilities would not be bad at all. Now, next ability we got is All Day. All Day, I think, is a great thing to have like in like a CFM where you can rock two abilities on offensive alignment. I think All Day plus Secure Protector is awesome in CFM. So I'm gonna put All Day in the A tier. I think it's the best ability in A tier. And there's two people in Ultimate Team that can get this for 1 AP right now, Brandon Sheriff and Jari Evans. Both LTDs, you know, because you gotta freaking sell your kidney on the black market to have any chance of having a good offensive line, I guess. But anyway, All Day isn't good off the initial rush. All Day is good when your offensive linemen stop the initial rush and then they keep trying to shed. So it should, like, it's kind of like the ability says, should give you All Day. So like, again, having something like a Secure Protector that wins instantly and then having All Day to back that up, really, really good combo. Just an Ultimate Team running like 4 AP on the offensive line, not really worth it so far. Maybe if man coverage gets a little bit of a nerf, maybe could see you running that in Ultimate Team, like once we get better offensive linemen, but for right now, wouldn't really run that in Ultimate Team, but in like a CFM type of thing, I think that's a really good combo. Now, this is where the biggest difference in Ultimate Team versus franchises comes in. So Edge Protector. Edge Protector and franchise, S tier, because it's not like Lifeguard, it's not like Tearproof where you have a better chance against Edge Threat. This is the counter to Edge Threat. But the thing is, in Ultimate Team, right now man coverage is the meta. I think we all know that. In order to beat man coverage, you need short and elite on wide receivers. And then trying to squeeze in an Edge Protector while also like kind of now you need set feet lead on your quarterback, you know? Kind of hard to squeeze in an AP wise. I like Edge Pro, it's just like in Ultimate Team, I'd probably have it A tier. Just because value-wise, it's not really there, but I'm gonna keep it S tier because it's just great in franchise, and also like even running just one of them in Ultimate Team could really be beneficial because again, you could counter the Edge Threat with one and like double team the other. And now with like the spinner blitz, nickel normal blitz, is that really an effective way to deal with that? No. Now we got Fooled Me Once. Fooled Me Once I'm going to put with Tough Nut because it's kind of like what I said. It helps the blocking resistance, and again, it's kind of like one of those things that's like, oh, I have 1 AP left on offense. I'll just go ahead and run a Fooled Me Once on the center. It's not going to be meta changing. It's going to be solid. Now we got Identifier. Identifier is S tier. Identifier for 1 AP is also S plus tier. Tremendous value, being able to see where your opponent's using. Also in this man coverage meta, being able to see the user is awesome because a lot of times with this heavy blitz meta, you're able to put your running backs on like wheels, flats, all that stuff, and the user's not able to get to it. Like, you're able to kind of picture like the coverage in your head as well when you're able to see their user. I'm a big fan of Identifier. And also a little other tip, like you can see like if they get clicked on to like maybe someone they didn't want to get clicked onto, maybe they're on the defensive line, you know? I have a love-hate relationship with Nasty Streak because honestly, Nasty Streak should be the best ability in the game right now. It should be S tier. You know why a Nasty Streak should be S tier? Because Nasty Streak should be the thing that gets people out of dollar. It should pancake literally like everything. It just doesn't. I'm gonna be honest, I'm putting it like B. It's kind of hard to describe what I think about Nasty Streak. First, the meta right now, it doesn't help you first dollar, in my opinion. It does not help you first dollar, which is crazy. That's the best run defense, I know. I don't even feel like this helps you pancake safeties at linebacker. It's good at pancaking like the second level defenders in the sense of like safeties and cornerbacks, but like linebackers, again, even safeties at linebackers, doesn't really help a lot in my opinion. But National Streak could turn your runs from like a normal 5-yard gain into like a touchdown. So I still think it's good. I just would rather like run like lifeguard and tearproof right now to have more of a chance against edge threat than I would Nasty Streak. Now we got natural talent. Natural talent is actually a really good ability that should be like A or like B, but it's too much. I'm going to put it top in a B. I don't like it that it's 2 AP in Ultimate Team. If it was 1 AP, I'd actually have it A. But giving it 2 AP, I'm going to have it B. So this, every time you have a new blocking interaction, you start off with blocking resistance, which I don't think anyone really does this in Ultimate Team, but something people should do, especially if you're not rocking like edge threats, you should be subbing in and out your defensive line. Like, you know how like NFL teams, third down, they have different pass rushers come on the field. You should do that, because if they don't have natural talent, it essentially wipes the blocker resistance. So it should lead to you actually shedding more often. It's just you do not see a lot of people doing that. But with natural talent, you start blocker resistance first in the game, like when the game first starts. And also if they do like the subbing thing, you have blocking resistance. Now, last ability of the game, post up. Post ups is interesting. It's 2 AP. Post up should be A tier. It's not S tier for me anymore. In the meta right now, it's like D, because it doesn't really do like, okay, I lied. It's like B in the meta right now. It's A with potential to be S. Here's why. Because in the beta, and also like when the game first launched, you didn't really notice like double teams getting crazy shedded. Like, I felt like it was actually a really good improvement. Recently though, like the double team splitting a defensive lineman's kind of reminding me of like Madden 21, Madden 22 type of things, which again in the beta and stuff really wasn't happening. So like post-ups on the guards could be really good once again, but in this meta right now, it's people are sending their entire team, and post-up really isn't going to help you with that. Post-up is good when the meta's like send 3 or even send 2, send 4. You know, that's when post-up is really good. Right now, you're not really going to get the most bang for your buck when you're like playing online head-to-head. And franchise, like, it helps in the run game. It does help in the run game. That's why it's still A tier. It's still a really good ability. I just don't quite think it's S tier in this meta right now. But yeah, y'all, that has been my offensive line ability tier list. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I will be updating this throughout the year. Like, if there's a huge meta change, like zone becomes a meta, there's a lot of things in this like tier list that would change. But I do hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Maybe you learned something about a new ability. If y'all did enjoy this video, you want to stay up to date with the best abilities in the game, the best cards, and also the best cards in each promo, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. If y'all want to see me use some of these offensive line abilities live, make sure to go ahead, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. I do appreciate y'all clicking onto this video though. If you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked the best defensive line abilities in Madden 23.